Hi, I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. We're here today with Josh from Schram Property Maintenance. He's going to be joining us. But before we start, I want to say a special thanks to our sponsors. We have Nightberry Title Services and also Delin from the mortgage firm. Wanted to thank you guys for sponsoring us and take out a couple seconds just to tell you guys there's Delin. That's a nice picture, Delin. So today we have Josh, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So tell me about your business. So I'm going to pick your brain. And, yeah, so hopefully it's not too early. There's slim pickings. So you're with property maintenance services, right? So tell me about how you started.
So back when, I've been in the industry since I was 16.
Okay.
So I worked for some of the bigger companies in the area, some of the smaller ones.
Nice.
Now, I started my own in January.
Okay.
And
haven't looked back, right?
Nope. It's been good. It's been fun.
Yeah. So that's how I saw, you guys advertising and stuff like that. And I was impressed with the before and after pictures. Like they just shot one up there because it's perfect for real estate. For what I do is to have someone who can just kind of fine tune, a house like this one, the before and after. What were you doing with that picture? Tell me.
So this picture right here, the customer just wanted it trimmed up, not too low. She still wanted privacy there in the front.
Oh yeah, it's
of
true.
the home.
Yeah.
So went through, raked all the leaves out of the beds, pulled the big weeds, remulched everything, just kind of gave everything a shape.
Okay, and then this one looks like you trimmed that one back too, right?
Yes, this one was a home in Seminole.
Oh, okay.
They had to get it ready for sale. So they wanted everything cleaned up. So went through, pulled all the oak suckers, and then shaped, those are ferns.
Oh, yeah.
Shaped those all up just to kind of see the house a bit more.
Yeah, it looks like it did the roof better there too because the roof's got all the sun on it,
This is a
palm tree.
Nice canary palm tree.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And that was up in Spring Hill.
Okay.
And just, get rid of the dead. Don't hurricane cut them. Kind of give that natural flow.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so, that's what Florida, that's like the epitome of Florida right there with those palms, Right. So what is this one?
This was a back fence line.
Okay.
At one of our friend's house up in Spring Hill. Basically, just went through and elevated all the trees and pulled all the smaller stuff and definitely changed the appear.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks what a difference. Looks great. Yeah, so you've been doing it for a while, obviously. So what areas do you like to service? Like what's your service locations? I heard you said Seminole and Spring Hill. That's kind of a large, is that what you like? You do Pinellas?
So right now I'm doing, like my most schedule is pretty much Pasco and Hernando County.
Okay.
As far as like landscape jobs, cleanups, I pretty much will go the 4 surrounding counties.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So you got Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsborough, Hernando is where you like to go?
Yes.
So my office is out of Clearwater, which is Pinellas County. So we have about 2,300 agents, and I could put your contact information up for just like the cleanouts on the front. The market, I don't know if you watch the news, but the market is so busy right now with sales that a lot of people, they don't have to do a lot, but to get top dollar out of their properties, we obviously suggest them to do the cleanup, to do stuff like that. So it looks, so the house looks fresh and clean and taken care of, So if you have like overgrown bushes and stuff like that, they know that maintenance possibly wasn't your issue, or not your issue, but your forte.
You want that curb appeal.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's great when we send the real estate, like photographers out there to make it look good, So whether you're a new agent, you're taking your pictures yourself, you want that area, especially at the front, like you said, curb appeal to look like the wow picture, the money maker, $1 million shot,
Exactly.
So on the your estimates, you give them for free, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. So if anyone need an estimate, or, if it's just a springtime cleanup, you could probably help everybody out with that too, right?
Correct.
Even if you're not selling your house. But of course, the show's about, obviously we want we want you to list your house, or you might be buying a house, or you might be a new realtor and you want to know how to spruce up a house. And so Josh is your guy from Schram Maintenance. But so on the scope of work, tell me what you do. Like, tell me about everything that you do as far as like what are your scope of work of what actually do you do?
So mostly lately has been cleanups, as far as just trimming up bushes.
Right.
I'll do small like ground tree work, I call it, to where I'm not getting too high and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and that's
not dangerous.
mainly
Okay.
because of the liability,
Right.
and I'm only one guy.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so that's probably, your prices are probably real good because you are one person. So, if you get someone with a 20-person organization, obviously they're going to be more expensive than,
Right.
One gentleman starting a fresh new business pulling up in your front yard, And I feel like when it's you're the owner and you're the operator, you're putting that TLC in there too. You know what I mean? You're taking
Correct.
it personal, your name's on it and stuff. So that's awesome too. So, what's your wait time right now for like your, say you're going to have some cleanup and stuff like that? How far backed up are you booked?
Right now I'm 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah. So that was pretty much like on the show too. Cause I was like, hey, you guys can come on. Cause I saw,
Right.
your missus on there with her stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. All the before and after pictures, cause I mean, a lot of it, some of it wasn't, it wasn't like you could tell that they didn't spend thousands on the area. Like some you just bleached, it looked like you had bleached sidewalks and cleaned and cut back stuff, and didn't look like, but it looked like the before and after pictures look so much better,
Right. A lot of them have been just little, honestly, one-day jobs. Go out, get them done.
Yeah.
And move on to the next one.
Yeah. So you said you and your dad had done this prior. Is that right?
Yes, we started when I was 16. He worked for a decent-sized company out at St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And then he actually worked there for quite a few years. Then one day he's like, I'm tired of babysitting. I'm going to go do my own thing.
Yeah, that's great.
So
Yeah. A lot of entrepreneurs started the same way, you
Yep.
know? Yeah, it just takes that, the leap of faith,
Right.
Yeah, with realtors, I usually say, don't quit your day job. Start doing it on the weekend. Might not want to just go full all the way in, but with that's a, I always say there's a lot of realtors and there's a lot of landscaping people, but in Florida there's a lot of lawns and there's a lot of houses for
Yes.
sale.
100%.
Yeah, so there's enough as an entrepreneur for everybody to, to like you're doing the lawns and stuff like that. We were also talking, it was interesting before the show started, how I never even thought about that was that the lawns, you were saying, 20 years ago it was $25 to get your lawn cut, and now it's $25 to get your lawn cut.
It's the same price. The
Yeah.
price is pretty much the same after 20 years.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. It's because the cost of living, everything's gone up, but it's true. When you get your lawn cut, that's about the average price.
Yep. And there's enough of us out there, landscapers, to get it done. And there's enough work for everybody.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so we have more before and after pictures we're going to throw up in a second too. But so you do mowing. Here's some more. Oh, tell me about this one, and then we'll go talk about what more scope of work.
So this was up in Spring Hill too.
Yeah.
They had 5 bougainvillea bushes in there,
Oh wow.
and they just wanted them out.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it looks totally
just
different.
cut them down to the ground and then
Yeah.
dug out the root balls.
Mhm.
2 of them actually had to use my truck to pull out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, here's another Florida palm.
Yep, those are some Eureka palms
Uh-huh.
over in Hernando Beach.
Oh, those are pretty. Yeah.
So the top picture is what not to do, to where you just take your hedge trimmer and go
Yeah.
around them.
Yeah.
So the bottom one is actually go in there with hand snips and
Yeah. What to
actually
do?
cut
Yeah.
all the little suckers out.
Yeah.
This is the same house.
Oh, nice. That looks
She
great.
had the gold mound Durantas die out, so just replaced them with new ones. And
Right.
mulched everything.
Yeah, that looks good. I mean, it's not like real extreme either. It's the same, base, like the same footprint, but you made it look so nice.
This was an office down in Pinellas Park.
Mm-hmm.
and just months of nothing, and threw in some Blue Days, some Gold Mound, crepe myrtle, and fresh mulch, and dressed everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, that freshened that right up for sure. That looks great. Yeah, I need to get a palm tree, like a something. The palm tree I have, you probably know what's wrong with it, but the palm tree I have in my yard, totally off subject, nothing to do with promoting your business, but this palm tree, it's the base of the palm tree and everything, and then it goes to like probably like this big, and then it goes up again. I'm just waiting for the whole thing to just snap in half. I guess apparently something must have ate some bug or something.
Was there anything wrapped around it?
No, it's just like the one part of it is kind of, I don't know if it's rotted or a bug got in it or what, but it's like, so we kind of have bets on it. My husband's like, yeah, that thing's going to fall over, but every hurricane season it goes, you know how
Right, they bend.
yeah, and it doesn't, nothing happens to it. It's still there, but he hates it because, well, he's like, when I say you can't just kill it, it's alive,
Right.
even though it's on the verge of death, but it's still alive in the front yard,
I'd have to see a picture of it.
Yeah, to see, okay, tell me what's wrong with it. I don't know if there's any building it back because it's gone. So like I said, it's like this, and then it goes to like this little, like it's going to just like break
Right.
in half, But yeah, I can send it to you. You can tell me if there's any suggestions, But I've killed some plants. I'm going to just be honest with you. I do not have a green thumb, and I've killed some poor, beautiful plants that I've had. I got a transplant, like a huge palm one time, and put that in the yard, and they told me, if it starts to go bad, you put Epsom salts because it started to go bad, and put the Epsom salts in it looked like it was alive for like a year because it was such a huge palm,
Right.
and it died. So I killed that. I killed all the house plants I have, pretty much, so. Yeah, it's like confession time. I'm a plant killer. So yeah, so you do the cleanups, you do the landscaping, and we were saying you do it Pinellas, Pasco, Hernando, Hillsborough, and then what is there anything else that you do? Obviously, you do some tree trimming if it's
Yes,
low.
some tree trimming. If it's low enough, if I feel comfortable doing it, I'll do it.
Right.
If not, then
Yeah,
it's not worth the risk.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I have totally off subject again. I have a handyman. He's awesome. His name's Claudio, and he was helping someone with just doing some low branches and stuff. He climbed up the ladder with a chainsaw and lost footing and cut his own hand with the chainsaw and stuff. So you always hear the nightmare stuff like that. And he's back to normal and stuff as far as he can use his hands. He's back to doing the handyman stuff again, but. I'm always like, no ladders, Claudio. Yeah, he's a trooper. He keeps going, but even when he had his hand in bandages, he still was fixing, stuff, door frames and, inside stuff. I was like, no more of that. But yeah, accidents can happen. So you want to basically, stay clear of that. Keep your liability insurance and all that stuff down with, So that's good to know. Yeah. So. What about, do you do anything, any type of pressure washing or anything like that too? Or is that something
mainly just, landscaping,
okay.
mowing,
Right.
cleanups, raking leaves in yards.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of times too, I think if you have we'll have realtors who have, rental maintenance. And so like a lot of tenants will not have time or money to actually clean up the area. So when they move out, we'll have someone come in and do lawn cleanup. I had one that they had, I don't know how they did it, but they had styrofoam all over the bottom of the back of the fence, So that was one of those ones where you could definitely see the before and after picture as far as, because you think, I'll just do it. It's not that big of a deal. And then when you start getting out there, this pile, it's, turns into this huge, debris and all that stuff. So I'm sure you take trips to the dump with all extra stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
and they've gone up in price.
Yeah.
They're almost, $78 a ton now?
Yeah. So if you're a homeowner and you take the household products, they'll let you, but if you pull up, like a lot of times, but household's different than, has to be able to be, in the front part.
Right.
If a actual person, because I think sometimes they think it's all free, residents, Pasco County, but if you're a business and you're pulling up, like you said, it gets pricey for sure.
And then Hernando, they they, what is it? No business names. No trailers got to be under a certain size.
Oh, okay.
So that's at the transfer station.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's even worse than Pasco for. Yeah, Pasco. I mean, some parts of it with the mulch part, and then the tire part, and then the paint part, and and the computer. I think I've been to every single section to the point where, because we're like the family of hoarders, where you start like looking, and you're like, I wonder why they threw all that paint out. That paint's still good. My dad used to try to sneak over, and I'd be like, Dad, come on, let's go. That paint's good. It's in the garbage. You're gonna throw it away. But yeah, a lot of times they do charge. I mean, expensive for the dumping and stuff like that. It gets pricey for sure. Yeah. So your backed up wait time's only 2 weeks. So that's not that bad as far as the actual getting in with you and stuff like that. So now, does when I was seeing your before and after pictures, what is your where are your websites and stuff like that? Are you on Facebook, or how do we reach?
Mainly Facebook is where you can find all the pictures. Should be Schram Property Maintenance. And I think that's what it is.
Okay.
The wife
We'll put it up. Yeah, I was going to say, where is she at? I tried to talk her into coming on the show, and she said no. Yeah. I almost got her, but she was like, no, you're a better speaker than her. But I reached out to her. She was, you guys are responsive,
Yes.
so that's good. So obviously I'm a realtor. I've been doing it 16 years, and my whole thing is to help customers kind of like link to what they need. So they're listing a house. Obviously they call you, you clean up the area. I walk through, there might be some painting, light stuff like that. I kind of point them in the right direction. So I kind of putting my customers, my buyers, my sellers, my other realtors that I know, and the new realtors, how to kind of, how to help the customer with, and then help you too at the same time, because you're a new business. And right now with COVID, and the where we are in the economy and stuff, to see a new business open is inspirational. And so it's awesome that you started a business during, how many people say they opened a business during COVID times? Not very many, I'm going to tell you right now. So right. Yeah, so but that's awesome that you're doing well, and that you're actually, and a lot of people aren't going out of the house, so they're analyzing their yards and stuff. Correct. More, and I've
had a few customers tell me that they're getting this done because they actually haven't been out spending money on going out there.
Yeah,
they had extra money and they wanted to get it cleaned up.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so everybody hold tight. We're going to come back in just a couple of seconds and look at some more before and after pictures. Everybody will be back in 2 seconds, and we're going to take a quick break, but they'll see us in like 3 seconds. So everybody hold on. Hi, welcome back. I'm Jessie Walters with Charles Rutenberg, and we're here today with Josh from Schram Property Maintenance. I almost killed that. I was so close. We were talking about Stephanie couldn't join us. That's the missus, and I had talked to her, and she'd organized this for us. And the main thing with you guys was the before and after pictures, how to spruce up your house for spring, or if you're thinking about selling and you want to get that curb appeal, or if you're a new realtor and you need someone who just is in your Rolodex, or I don't think they say Rolodex anymore, but in your phone, and you just need that person that can come out and make that property look good and then take off again, make it look just basically good for the pictures. This is your guy. So, yeah, we're going to show some before and after pictures, some more of them. They're on his Facebook page, a lot of them. And so tell me about, this is the one I was thinking you were pressure washing, because the sidewalk looks so much better after, but that just turned out better, right? Is that it?
They had mulch in there.
Yeah.
And they wanted the white rock.
Right.
So it brightened the house up.
Yeah, so like white rock, I always feel like if your house is beige, you can't have, like someone just asked me this the other day in white rock, tell me if I'm right or not. But if your house is beige and you have like a beige trim, I was telling her like a gosh, what's it called? Like a brown rock, like
Yes, it's a brown river rock.
yeah, brown
which
river
has
rock.
the whites and browns mixed in.
Yeah,
with it.
that would look better than just a straight up white rock. Only because it'll make your white, when you put white next to a beige, obviously it makes almost the beige look dirty. So I was
Right.
saying, so yeah, okay, good. I was making sure I was right. All right, so back to the back to the before and after pictures.
This is the same house.
Okay, it looks nice.
So just, raked all the mulch out. Actually installed new weed mat to
Yeah,
help with the weeds, and then
yeah, those look like brand new. I mean, I know they're not brand new trees, but they're so trimmed up. They look like they were just freshly, planted.
yep, those are some sagos. Just
Right.
Trimmed all the bottom off,
Okay,
and then
those don't get real big either, right? They
No.
just stay. Oh, that's good to know. That's good. And then this looks like the same house again, right?
yep, same house, just the different angle of that front bed.
Okay,
So just trimmed
Put
all
the
the
white rock-
bushes and
right.
fresh rock.
Right, and there's the contact information there too. And then what'd you do in this picture?
So this one was fun. The lady had 3 layers of bricks on the front there.
Right, see, yep.
So we ended up pulling them out, removed the bottom row.
Mm-hmm.
She had 1 dead Robolini palm on the right side.
Okay, right.
So then the other side, she wanted that one gone. So I ended up tried to dig them out, couldn't get them, so I had to rent a stump grinder
Oh gosh,
and
yeah, I
actually
guess.
grind them out. And then planted some hibiscus,
Yeah.
reconfigured the plants that she had in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then added a couple of liriope, restacked the stone, mulch, and
Yeah, voila. Looks good.
definitely changed the appearance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. People, they plant these huge like trees and stuff too close to their houses, and then when the trees actually grow, then they have a problem with the
Correct.
trees like right up on the house, or it goes up under the roof line or on the roof, And you're like, and that's where I come in. Okay, so tell me about this one.
This one was actually pretty easy. It's a ponytail palm. They end up having this little seed pods that come out of them.
Mm-hmm.
The customer just wanted the seed pods off. That's all you can really do with those.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing with the seed pods. Yeah, this one, I didn't know oh, okay. This one was you trim back the stuff for the
Yes.
sidewalk, right?
So this is the Sunny's in right off a little
Hudson?
road,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh,
They-
Little Road, yeah. Ranch del Rio right there.
yep,
Yeah,
they couldn't see the marquee sign, so
right.
just hacked or trimmed back all the Brazilian pepper and some of the trees so that way you could see the marquee now.
Yeah, it's true. I was wondering what was different about it. It's because you can actually see the actual restaurant now. Yeah. So, okay, show me that last one picture again. Let me see. What was that one?
This was over in New Orlando Lakes. Just trimmed up the what was it? The queen palms, and then
Oh,
they
okay.
had, like you were just talking about, with she had one of those big white bird of paradises, and it was growing and touching the house.
Oh, okay.
So I got rid of that stalk, and
Those are so pretty, but they grow like mad. Yeah. Yeah, they're the bird of paradise, beautiful plants. Yeah, when you plant, I think when they're this big and you plant it in the little garden, you think, oh, it's going to be great. And then, 3 years goes by and it's like this big. You're like, oh, it's nice. Then, 6, you got hitting the fascia and wrecking the roof and, so yeah. So then you have to take it out and hopefully, like you said, move it somewhere else in the yard, not kill it. But
Right.
at some points, if the roots, you can see them too, where the root balls will actually go, cause problems to the foundations of the houses, right in the, the rooms and stuff like that. You can see problems with the actual, depending on which plant, which tree it is, the roots and stuff like that can move the exterior and the underneath,
Right.
Yeah. So I've
no,
seen.
like you're saying, right plant, right location.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you got to know where that is and everything. Yeah, so we were talking about if we had so if you had a problem, or not a problem, but like something where we needed an actual estimate from you, so we'd call or we'd go on Facebook and send a inbox message or we email. Those are the best ways to get a hold of you, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, and then Stephanie would call or schedule us,
Yes,
or you would?
My wife takes care of like the Facebook page, email, and she'll respond back. She'll call me, see when I can, get out there and meet with the customer.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of times too, if I bet you when they're calling, if they have before and after, or not after, obviously, because you're the after, but like before pictures of this is the area to kind of give you guys an idea what you're getting into,
Right.
the scope of work. You could always just shoot a picture over to you, and is that
I
help?
have people do that, but sometimes it's easier to look at it
Yeah.
to try to visualize what
Yeah.
actually needs to be done.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so you have an eye for that too, because like they're cleaned up, like they looked, it looks really good, ready for picture, and you can actually see the pictures. You're just taking it with the cell phone, but you can see the difference is like amazing,
And then I actually purchased a program over, Friday night?
Yeah.
That where I can take a picture of the house and crop everything out of it and then do my own design.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So you actually show the customer that then? You have your...
Yep.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's neat. It's amazing what they have now,
yeah.
as far as, that's amazing. So so you're going to take the picture and then take out all the stuff they have now and then just put like a garden and landscape.
I should have thought about this earlier. I could have had you.
Yeah. I'm
Hold
like,
them
I
up.
want to see it. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. But so like if someone is looking to landscape their whole yard, I'm sure that would be like a key thing for them, That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of some of the homeowners associations, I know that you have to be careful with what you put in there, and you need that picture.
Right.
You actually need that digital picture to show them this is what we're going to do. Not all of them, just some of them. If you're changing things around, especially the ones that are maintenance free, you have to trim the bushes and the shrubs around your house, but they'll send someone in to actually mow. It's included in the HOA. I'm sure you're familiar with those. Yeah. And so then obviously you could come in and help with the stuff like touching the house, go to the beds and all that stuff too,
Right. That's the way Timber Pines is kind of set up.
Yeah.
They have a company that does all the mowing and all that, but then anything that the homeowners plant,
Yeah,
they're
they have to touch.
responsible for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have to do their own cleanup.
Yeah, Summer Tree and also Tampa Bay Golf and Country Club, they're like that too.
Okay.
I have, Tampa Bay Golf and Country Club's down 52 and 75.
Yep.
But that, you can kind of see the yards are perfect. They're all mowed at the same time. And then you can see like some people are really into their gardens and some people not so much, So yeah, that one's, and then Summer Tree, I was closing one, totally off subject, but I was closing one, and you can't close on a home if there's any like problems with say the trees or the gardens, or if they wrote a letter, and they wrote a letter about this one tree. They said it was dead. It was a little palm, and this is before obviously knew you, or I would have just called you and said help me out. But so we had to. They wouldn't release it to the HOA wouldn't release it to the title company, so it showed like a lien, but it was just this tree had to come out. Yeah. Wow. So we were there. We need this tree out, and then to the point where we were guessing it was our tree, and on the because
Right.
they're what are they, townhouses? So they're kind of in between, and I'm like, is that their tree? Make sure they know this tree's going, So yeah, so we got a tree guy out there and got it all. We had to get that taken care of, but it was a little, that's where I think if you have someone's number and your cell phone ready to go, you have a problem like that, just call you up and say, hey, there's this tree, we need it removed this week. Can you fit us in? You give us a price on it. I can send you a picture of a stick that, is half dead, and then if you can take it out, So yeah, that's awesome. So I'm definitely going to keep your number and stuff. So if you need an appointment for springtime cleanup, or you're getting ready to sell your house, or you have company coming in, or just, just trying to freshen up the place, Josh is the guy to call. Or Stephanie, if he's busy and his phone doesn't pick up, then you're going to talk to Stephanie too. And here's mulching and stuff too. That looks good too I like how it's all cut in perfect like that. I wish my yard looked like that.
Yep, that's off the website.
Okay. And that's something you've done, obviously. What is that plant? The flowers?
They are marigolds.
Oh, okay. Gosh, they're pretty. Yeah, I think I I definitely have to have someone do maintenance for me for that. I would definitely kill all that. So we could see how long it'll last in the yard, but probably not long. So do you suggest like the chemical sprays on the yard, or do you non-chemical, or what's your point on that? Like, what's your view?
With living in Florida and how hot we get in the summer, you almost have to spray your yard with some type of insecticide
Right. Okay. To keep them down.
because of the chinch bugs.
Yeah.
So they can eat area up in a matter of days, and then you're spending money to replace it with sod.
Yeah.
So
True.
it's better to do it monthly. That
Right.
way you don't have that issue with bugs chewing your lawn up.
Right. Right. Yeah. I've seen. I haven't had anybody on that just does the lawn, spraying and stuff like that, but I have seen that. And then you have I guess whether or not you have some people are anti-chemical stuff, some
Right.
people, and I know they have organic ones too, and whether they work, well, I have no idea. As far as, I've seen good reviews on both sides, but I've never personally tried to do either one. I'm always like, I always feel like if they kill all the weeds in my yard, then I will have no yard. Right. I'm like, I'm sure that it's just weeds. It's just going to be like four patches of grass, My neighbors, they put in all new sod and everything, and the bugs, they went away. Like you said, it seemed like a month, and now the new sod has a huge, looks like a alien ship landed. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like just a huge burn spots in the yard and just a mess and everything. And I'm like, but here we are. Maybe a year ago, it looked pristine and just beautiful, and I was so envious every time I'd walk by, walking my dogs. I was like, oh my gosh, this yard looks so gorgeous,
No, it is a big issue here in Florida with the chinch bug, especially
Yeah.
chewing up St. Augustine turf.
Right.
I actually had the L&O license, the lawn and ornamental,
Oh, okay.
for spraying.
Oh, that's
So
good.
I'm gonna try to actually get it. You retake the test
Oh, okay.
through the state, get it back,
Yeah.
and then I can offer that to some
Yeah,
of
it's
my
part
mowing
of it.
customers.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can have a monthly maintenance on that too,
Correct.
because you're out there mowing, you might as well, if you got the license, you might as well just throw down some chemicals too, and then you're like one shop stop. So that's
Right.
awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I feel like the more things you can offer people now, and like you were saying, they're trapped in their house and they're bored and they're like really analyzing everything. And the home stuff is really what they're analyzing, like their home, they're painting, the outside, their hedges, the pool area, that, like, as far as me, when I have customers now shopping for homes, they're like, well, we definitely have to have, and it used to be, we definitely have to have 3 bedrooms. And now it's like, we definitely have to have an office inside the house for when I get stuck working at home. That's like a weird thing for me. And, well, not weird, but like everyone wants the office from home now, almost all my customers. And then the pool, where the pool was, we're on the fence. We can always put one in. But a lot of people are like, I don't even want new construction because I'd rather have that pool ready to go, like right now, like this summer,
Yep.
So yeah, it just depends on, I guess, where you're at with things. But like I think COVID made us aware of how, maintenance wise and stuff like that, what we need to do to our houses, especially if you're stuck in there 24/7,
Right.
You can only watch so much Netflix, and then you gotta start moving
Gotta
around.
move on.
Yeah.
Nope, that was a lady I did on Friday. She said she hasn't seen as much work done in the last year in her neighborhood,
Yeah.
as far as pavers.
Oh, yeah.
painting, people putting pools in, like you just were talking about. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just people are homebound now.
Right. Yeah, I know permitting with all the counties. I know Hillsborough, permitting is backed up at least 2 months, 8 weeks for just to issue a permit for pools and for
Wow.
pool cages and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really backed up. And Pasco is, it used to be you could take your permit and they would call it like a walkthrough.
Right.
Now you can drop off your permit, behind a glass, and then they call you and then you pay the fees. And it's usually about at least a month with Pasco. And then like Hernando is, Hernando, you can call and be on hold for, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, no one will ever pick up. If it's they're about a month out to 2 months out. I would say, I shouldn't bash the county buildings, but the worst one right now for as far as permitting and permitting questions, because a lot of my customers will be like, I like this house, I want to put a pool in, would be Hillsborough is very hard to get a hold of
Right.
someone. I called City of Tampa by accident, and I was calling Hillsborough, and they answered the phone, and I was so excited. And then he goes, I think, what was the address? And I said, oh no, I just realized why you guys answered so fast. I'm calling City of Tampa, not Hillsborough
Oh,
County.
right.
Yeah, because there's two different. So you, when you pull up the property appraiser, you can kind of see, it'll say city. Well, you can see on there City of Tampa or Hillsborough County. And so they're both say Tampa. So you automatically think Hillsborough, whereas in some of them are City of Tampa.
Right.
City of Tampa answer the phone and they issue those permits within like less than a month. But Hillsborough is like a little more laid back, and they're bigger, so I get it. But it's just, oh my gosh, you're gonna rip your hair out. But
Nope.
but your stuff doesn't have to be really permitted either, right? You don't have,
No, as far as like landscaping and home improvement, like fixing up
yeah,
the yard, no.
yeah, that's good.
The only thing would be, you know, on tree removals,
Right,
which-
yeah, to get the tree permits on
which I'm
some
not
of them.
not really into that.
Right, yeah, because you're like keeping it
Right.
stress-free, non-dangerous zone, so that's good. Yeah, so if you guys have any cleanups that you need done, call Schram Property Maintenance. His phone number, which we already had up, and the Facebook page we already had up too, but you can go back through, and I'm sure we'll have it up again. But thanks so much for coming in today. And everybody, I want you guys to stay tight because we do have, wait a minute, let me think, what is this little dog's name? We do have Nina from the Humane Society. She's, I was calling her the Smiler just from her pictures and stuff. She's coming in to visit with us in just a second. And she's 6 years old. She's up to date on shots, and she's from the Humane Society, and she's just outside literally chomping at the bit to get in here and sit with us. So like I was saying, stay tight. And thanks so much for coming in today.
Yes,
Really
thank you, Jessie,
appreciate
for
it.
having us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. We're here today with the Humane Society. We have Jenifer and Pam, and of course Miss Nina here. You can see her. We have her on the floor here. She's black, so she's kind of hard to see, but she's a beautiful girl, and she's up for adoption. And so you guys tell me about Nina. I know she's like got I call my dog he's a buck tooth pit, and she looks like she has the buck teeth too, like him, you know, with the little underbite and But she's a
Yeah.
beautiful girl. Hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
She's got a little bit of an underbite.
Yeah.
And so when you first look at her, a lot of people get a little nervous because they think she's like showing her teeth at them. But actually, what happens is she's one of those rare dogs that it's a submissive gesture.
Oh, okay.
So she's showing, it's kind of like rolling over on their belly.
Right.
She's just showing that that she's being submissive.
Right.
And it's actually pretty cute. Once you know what's going on with it, it's just,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty adorable. Hopefully she'll look over there and you guys will get to see it after a little bit. Oh.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I don't like that snack. Yeah, so so tell me about her. So how did you guys, do we know any background story on her, or how did you guys get her from?
We got her
You
from
know-
Pasco County Animal Shelter. So
Okay.
sometimes what we'll do is we'll go over to Pasco County and pick up some of their animals and bring them to our shelter.
Yeah.
Because we don't have as many animals, they get a little bit of more visibility there. And
Right.
sometimes animals that have been there a while
Hi.
can get adopted faster. We
Yeah.
also sometimes go to Hernando County Animal Shelter to pick up animals also. The
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
So she's 6 years old.
Right.
She's actually a really sweet girl.
Yeah, she's so shiny. She's pretty.
Yeah, she's a very, very sweet girl. She does have energy. She's somebody that probably should just be in more of a chill household. No young kids under 10.
Right.
And no other dogs probably. She a fenced backyard would be really good.
Yeah,
for
because
her.
she's like the child. She wants all the attention.
She does. And I mean, she's 6 years old, but you can
Yeah.
see she's
full of
loves
energy.
playing with her toys.
Yeah.
She's crazy with
Yeah,
her
and she came with the
toys.
bed and toys. Yeah, she's so cute.
It's
So,
funny, after she plays, though, she totally chills out.
oh, she gets it all out of her system.
Yes, and
Aw.
so I would say that she's definitely 6 years young. so
Yeah.
She does know how to just be lay back, chill out dog.
Right. Yeah, so she's good. So if you like to walk and stuff like that, she'd be good for a walk and then rest when you
She
get back.
probably doesn't even need a whole lot of walk. Like, she
Right.
would like to be your person in your backyard.
Yeah.
And then go in and have a cookie and a drink. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she does have some energy, but she's not a puppy.
Yeah,
So
she's
she's
not
not
gonna-
like constant
Right.
movement and everything.
Yeah,
Although
she's
right
not
now
gonna.
she's pretty excited about being on her first TV appearance.
She's a star right now. We can't hold any of this against her. It kind of
Yeah.
goes to your head at first.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember when she first came in. I was trying to remember if there was any special characteristics about her. You know, I most of the time when the dogs come in, I have to tell you, they're a little scared.
Yeah.
And it takes them a few days to settle down. So she probably was a little nervous and scared when she first came in.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't really remember anything really
Significant.
crazy with her
Yeah.
behaviorally or anything we had to work through. She's just always been a really sweet,
Yeah, she's super
good-natured
sweet.
girl.
Yeah.
Very playful.
Yeah.
But I think she'd be a great couch potato
Yeah.
with you too.
Companion. Yeah, someone's companion. Yeah, and we were always talking about, people got stuck at home with COVID, and this is a great dog for, if you're just at home and you're working from home, she could take breaks and rub her belly and go back to work, She's
Yes, like sometimes we say this one's high energy, like this needs a home, this animal needs a home that can really exercise.
Yeah.
She, I think, would truly be happy to have, either a single person or a couple
Right.
and just be theirs.
Yeah, just hang out and stuff. Yeah, and she's a good size too. 60 pounds. That's a good sized dog where you're not like huge, you're not 100 pounds, but then
Right.
they're not, so she's kind of as far as like if you're a single lady and you live by
Yes,
yourself,
she's
she'd be a
sturdy.
good. Yeah.
She's not breakable.
Yeah.
And she's a good guard dog too.
Yeah,
I
she'll
mean,
bark.
she will definitely bark. I mean, she's
Yeah.
not excessive, but if something new or comes along, she's going to bark and she's going to let you know about it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I feel like with every, with all the craziness in the world
Netflix,
right now, she's like, I'm
very
relaxing. Now she's posing it up. Adopt me. Nice.
It's going to take me home.
Did you guys tell her what to do before she got here? She's
Actually,
posing
yeah,
it up.
Jennifer was giving her coaching tips beforehand.
She's like,
so-
leg, kick your leg back. Like, all
So
relax.
this is, I think, really a perfect example of what kind of a dog she is.
Yeah.
Because, she's been at the shelter for almost a month. She was adopted out, and the young lady who adopted her, it was her first dog. It was just too much
Yeah.
for her working full time and coming home to exercise the dog.
Yeah.
But she went on a 40-minute car ride.
Yeah.
She left the shelter,
Yeah.
and now she's just chilling out.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, I mean, this is a big day
it's
out
a
for them to
huge
come here.
tribute
Yeah.
to her personality.
Yeah.
That she's
Yeah.
not wiling out.
Yeah. She's like, oh, this is great. I'm out for a while because she's been there for, you said a month, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's been there a
Yeah.
month already. Come on back,
Nina.
baby.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
awesome.
get that cookie that I hacked up.
So how much is she, as far as her adoption fees and stuff, how much is she to be adopted out now?
Adult dogs are $100.
Okay. So same price.
Our
Okay.
adoption days are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 12 to 4. And
12, okay.
Yeah.
And so, and you made a good point. You said that the girl, it was a first time dog owner. It didn't work out for her. And so she just brought her back. And you
Yes.
guys were like, okay, not a good
Oh,
fit.
absolutely.
Just, so that's good to know. So if you're trying to, you feel like, am I taking a chance on this dog? You can take a chance and literally, it sounds horrible, but return the dog if it wasn't a good fit. You can actually.
I mean, we try and tell people to give it some time because
Yeah.
it takes a while for them to get situated.
Right.
I think it was like
we
3
typically
months.
talk about 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months. So it's 3 days for the dog to actually even know what is
what's going on.
to even
Yeah,
like,
that you're-
think about
your
wanting
new
to
mom
be your
and dad.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then 3 weeks, and then 3 months after, you really
girl.
do see the personality of the dog.
Yeah.
And they sense things. And we usually say that when you first bring your shelter dog home, we actually post it on our page, last
Good
Tuesday.
girl,
It was
yeah.
Training Tuesday of what to expect when
Yeah.
you bring your newbie home.
Yeah.
And the last thing that you want is to be throwing a party.
Right.
If you could take a day or two off from work,
Yeah.
hang out with them.
Yeah, get them to know their new surroundings.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
very stressful.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine if you were, I mean, even you've been like to camp or something like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's that whole, where am I at? You know, as a kid or even adult, if you move, it's a big deal, you know?
Yes.
So they're just, you know, they're the same. They need, you know, special attention, like you said, for the, like, think of it like you're fostering a child instead of
Right.
just a dog, you know?
Sure.
Because, I mean, that's what they turn into, our kids, you know? So you
They're
have,
absolute family, and she will be someone's awesome family
Yeah.
member.
Yeah,
she's a really, really good girl.
She's so
She just
pretty.
needs the perfect family out there.
yeah.
Yeah, she's adorable. And her ears are so cute. I don't know if you've been able to see it, but when she like pays attention, they just
Yeah, she's
perk right
smart.
up.
Yeah.
When
She's like, are you
listening,
talking
they go
about me?
flat back, like she's all cool, like
Yeah.
she needs a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, and the bandana's nice on her. Yeah, she's like, who, me? Yeah, she's a beautiful dog. So I know you guys were talking about, when we were on the break, was you had a lot of kittens come in now too that were going to be ready for adoption. When are they going to be ready?
This is what we call kitten and puppy season.
Yeah, spring. Yeah. Spring.
So it not only is it kitten and puppy season, it's also Christmas purchases
Oh,
that
yeah.
get returned. So
Yeah.
March Madness in a shelter world and a
Yeah.
rescue brings a whole different meaning.
Yeah,
to,
exactly. Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know what? I was actually so you know, Easter's coming, and I noticed the influx of hey, if you guys want to eat any Easter bunnies, you know, and so I literally was going to put on a special. Well, I could just mention it now, but was Easter bunnies. How long does an Easter bunny last? How long do they live? You know, what's the care? They last between 5 and 10 years. So when you go for Easter and you want to make your kids happy with their little Easter bunny, know that you're going to be taking care of this bunny rabbit between 5 to 10 years as
and
their
if you
lifespan.
bring home two, we know it's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah, I know. You're going to be taking care of 20 to 30 Easter bunny. Yeah. So, and then also on the chicks, you know, they buy the little chicks and stuff too, which is the chicks as well. They last between 5 to 10 years is the lifespan of them. So, you know, you don't just buy a pet because it's like the thing to do and everybody's doing it. You know,
commitment.
have a plan for, you know, do I have a place to put this bunny rabbit? Is it going to be air conditioned? You know, we live in Florida. Am I going to be able to exercise it? Where's it going to go?
during the hurricane season?
Yeah, where do I take it then? Yeah, I know a lot of times too, where people evacuate to the hurricanes and stuff like that. You know, the plans for their dogs, totally off subject, but plans for their dogs, plans for their cats. You know, everybody makes the plan for themselves, but a lot of shelters, I mean, more now will take dogs and pets, but I can't see, you know, you got a chicken, you got an Easter bunny, you got a dog and a cat. I can't see them saying, yeah, bring them all in, you know. But I would. But yeah, so it's one of those things. But yeah, right now is one of those, you know, as far as we had Christmas with puppies, like you said, kittens, and now we have the Easter bunny and the chicks and stuff. So I'm like, don't just buy them because it's sweet for your kids for that month, you know. Because the newness wears off puppies. Someone has to train them and potty train them.
Well,
but
and
you're
then
already
they
potty trained.
grow.
Yeah.
So that's also, I would say, on that note, she is fully housebroken. She's 6 years old.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's pretty low maintenance.
Yeah,
she
she
would like
is.
to live with a low maintenance family.
Right. Yeah. She's low
Yeah.
maintenance. True.
Yeah, she is. She's a great girl.
Yeah, she's
and then
really
you know
pretty.
something else too. I wanted to mention real quick. We are 100% run by volunteers.
Right.
Over at the shelter, and so we are always in need of people to come by and help us out with the cats or with the dogs or with both if they
Right.
you know prefer. And so if anyone is interested in volunteering, actually right now we definitely are looking for some adult volunteers.
Okay.
For Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to work with the cats.
Okay.
So we've got some open shifts on those days, and we do. We definitely have high school kids come in all the time
Yeah,
to
that's what
volunteer.
you were saying for the volunteer hours.
For the Bright Future Scholarship hours.
So
we do that too.
So tell us so if you want to be a volunteer, how do I reach out to you? Do I just go in, show up? Do I call? What's your best, you know, scenario on that?
You can do any of the above. You can come in. We've got volunteer application forms there. You can fill them out, turn them in.
Okay.
And then we'll contact you and set you up for an orientation and some hands-on training.
Okay.
You can also just email us at, I think it's Humane Society of Pasco Volunteers. @gmail.com.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then we'll email you the form, and you can fill
Okay.
it out and send it back. And once again, we'll schedule you for orientation and
Okay,
training.
that's good to know.
And then you can call also. And if you call, we'll just get your email, and we'll email you the information.
Okay, that's good to know.
So any of those ways, but we need definitely because what we do is for safety's sake. We don't like to have the high school kids there by themselves.
Right,
So we always need
adult.
to have some adults there on every shift with the high school kids. And
Yeah.
so we're short a couple shifts with adults to work with the cats, and then. But then high school kids typically are after school and on the weekends, and if
Right.
anybody's interested in doing that, they just need to reach out to us again.
Right,
We'd
that's
love
awesome.
to have them.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome. So that's something for, I mean, as far as goals and stuff like that, or even retired people,
yeah.
Nothing, they're bored, they want to just come down and help out.
Yeah.
You're tired, you go, just come for a couple hours and do it at your own pace, right?
And when we have, not everybody there needs to, scrub and bleach down the kennels. Like, what's important a lot of times when an owner surrender comes in is just to sit
With
out in their outdoor kennel. And most of the kennels, they're either 10 by 12, 15 by 15. They're a large size. So you
Right.
bring in a chair and you just sit with them.
yeah.
And that's, anybody can do that.
Yeah, it's
And
nice.
it really does fill your heart, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's nice.
it becomes almost addicting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we know you from the foster fail because we had
My parents, it cracks me right up. So they've renamed Bandit Maybell.
Oh, Maybell. Oh, I like it. That's awesome.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, Bandit was on the show, and we were trying to get her adopted out. Thank goodness it didn't happen that day. So she brought her back home, and then that was it. Never
never
left.
Yeah.
No,
she
she's
So-
definitely become part of the family.
So you're on the fostering. You don't really need the fostering. You need more of the volunteering right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And typically what we've been doing, we don't really have a foster program. What we have is we have volunteers, and then some of the volunteers that are more entrenched.
Mm-hmm.
If we get an unexpected litter of puppies or kittens, then especially the ones that need to be bottle fed, maybe they'll take them home and foster them until they're big enough.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, so we don't have like a separate foster program. It's more through our existing volunteers.
Okay. Yeah. And so and then when we were talking about if you have a problem and you're having to basically like get rid of your dog, the best thing to do is not tie it to the fence, not
No.
try to, get rid of it, discreetly. You want to call up, make an appointment, bring the dog in, and then you guys are going to make sure that dog, if you love your dog and you want the best for your dog, that dog's going to get a good home. So that's nice to, that you guys do that and stuff.
Yeah, we get
so.
owner surrenders all the time, and it's sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad. There's so many people going through tough times.
Yeah.
And it just breaks your heart. But the good news is, we try our best to get their animals wonderful homes, so at least that is lifted.
Right.
them.
Yeah. One of
I'm
those
so
things.
proud of her right now.
She's like passed out.
It's like, so this is, again,
Yeah,
a really
this
good
is her.
example of,
Yeah, she's like, I'm totally relaxed. This is fine.
she's listening, but
Yeah, she's awake, but she's just like staring out. She's like, I've done enough for today. So all her shots are all up to date and stuff too, right?
Yes.
You were saying?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So, oh look.
Yep, she is ready to go
In
home
2
with
minutes,
our
she's
perfect
going to be
family.
jumping around
Yeah.
like a circus.
Yeah.
Dog, but
Yeah, she's having direct eye contact with me as she like lays there. She's like, "Are you talking about me?" Yeah, she's a good girl. So I know we always go over the same thing with adoption fees 100. You guys have cats. Cats are less expensive, right? How much are the cats to adopt out?
Are they 50?
they're 50.
50, yeah.
$50. And then
And
the puppies, if we do have puppies, we don't have them that often, but we do. They're $250 for a puppy.
Okay.
And the kittens are more too. Are they 75?
I think they're 75, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not positive.
So-
I'm highly allergic, so I don't
You're
a
like
lot
the
to
kittens.
do
Yeah. Aw.
with kittens.
Yeah. So do they come with any shots? It depends on probably how old they are, right?
Yeah.
When they get adopted
Yeah,
out.
they'll come. All the animals are adopted out with the appropriate vaccinations for their age and where they're at. But then,
Right.
of course, once you adopt your animal,
It's on
you
you.
need to
Yeah.
maintain
Right.
that stuff.
Right. Yeah, because I know we had one that was getting the heartworm treatment,
That
and
was
you guys,
Manny.
yeah,
And he was adopted.
yay!
Yay, got a great home.
Oh,
Really
that's
good
nice.
home.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, so that's all we can wish for, on each one of them, just to find a good home, a good fit, So that's awesome. She's so pretty. Oh, she's going to sleep.
She is. She loves this place.
Yeah,
says-
she's like, I'm way too relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So we talked about, so now I know we were talking about Amazon wish list too. I think Sue had said that that you guys had stuff on there as far as
Yeah.
the chew toys, stuff, just different things on there on the Amazon wish list as well.
Leashes,
And right now, I
collars.
think we were talking about dog beds that are waterproof. They're a little bit flatter, but with the hot season coming,
Yeah.
the dogs have baby pools in their outdoor kennels.
Oh, nice.
And having a bed that gets wet and soggy is definitely
Now that, yeah. that's
not
gonna be
ideal
good.
for this time of year.
Yeah.
And so again, we were talking about before the martingale collars.
Mhm, yeah.
Typically a medium or a large, and we are in need of large easy walk harnesses.
Okay. And that's on your Amazon
Yes.
wish list. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay. Well, again, thank you guys so much for coming in and bringing the baby that's sound asleep now. She's like, I'm passed out. Normally they're like running
Thank
around.
you for having us.
Oh, yeah, it's
really
great.
a pleasure.
Thank you so
Yeah, so the good news will be we want her adopted this week, so that's what we're going to shoot for.
Yep.
This show, we're on Saturday and Sunday, so hopefully this weekend we get it done. We get her a new home and stuff.
She kind of
And
has
so-
Easter bunny ears.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, the Easter and put some fake ears on. That's it. The Easter present, for the kids and stuff. But thanks so much for joining us today. Special thank you to our sponsors, Nightberry Title Services and Dylan Gaston from the mortgage firm. So thanks you guys for joining us, and we will be back next week.